Kim. How are
Hey,
you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited about this. So, we're going to chat a little about who you are and what you do here and how you're leaving us, but who can potentially fill your shoes, right? Okay, so my name is Lisa Devieux. I'm the Associate Director of Strategy and Analytics here at Seer, and I have Kim, our fearless Strategy and Analytics Senior Team Lead, and we're going to talk a little bit about your position. So, can you introduce yourself?
I can. Like you said, I'm Kim. I'm a senior lead on our strategy and analytics team, which you may formerly have known as data strategy. And I have been at Seer 5.5 years. I'm getting ready to leave Seer to pursue the next step in my career journey of going in-house to pursue a CMO path. That is what I want to do. And as Will so aptly told me, there is a lot of things that Seer can give me. That is just one that it can't. So I'm very sad, honestly, to be leaving, but I'm very excited to pursue my personal goals.
And we are very excited for you and super supportive. And in doing that, we have to try and find someone to fill your very big shoes. And that is why you are so gracious to be here with us today, is to try and give a little bit in the day in the life, right? So I wanted to start by just asking you in this. So you've had a lot of roles at Seer. You've had a couple different team lead roles at Seer before. So in thinking about this sort of data strategy or now strategy and analytics team lead role, what's the most important thing that the role has taught you?
The most important thing that this has taught me specific to strategy and analytics is to always do right by people, and that will allow you to do right by your clients. So if that means really hustling to get something out the door that your point of contact will need because it's really important for their success, but you have to jump in to be able to support the team to do that, that's how you do right by people on both ends. Or if it means like, hey, someone on our team isn't able to make this meeting because they've got something else going on, being able to jump in and support them there. So at the end of the day, something Seer, but really this team has leaned on consistently is let's always do what is best for the person in question. And because of that, what's best for the business will follow.
Love that. And it's so true. So in thinking about someone who will come into this role, what traits would make a good strategy and analytics team lead coming in?
Well, first of all, they would love data and digital marketing. You have to be a hashtag data nerd to sit in this seat. But as far as traits that they have, they can get passionate about the activities that we have going on, the initiatives that we're working towards, and also recognize that in such a growing and fast growing team, you really have got to be able to prioritize. And to do that, you often have to zoom out of your day to day and see what is the one thing that I can do that makes the most impact today, but also works towards our 6 months from now goal. Also, they have to be empathetic. There's, like I said, a lot of priorities being juggled, and understanding that other people's priorities and yours are not always the same, but being able to support each other through that to a common goal. And then, yeah, data, right? Like you've got to know about marketing and consulting and kind of love it.
Love that data, like the little nuggets, right? When you find that nugget of data, well, it's the best. So then if somebody came in, what are some of the challenges that they might face in the day-to-day?
So I think the biggest thing that I have experienced challenge-wise is because you're kind of responsible for 3 buckets, your team, your clients, and your divisional work, it's easy to feel like I'm giving everything to my team right now, and that means that I'm not giving my clients enough. Or I'm giving everything to the division right now, and that means that my team isn't getting as much support as I feel like I would like to be giving them. But, Lisa has really coached me through this, learning to be okay with that, like push and pull of not having to be everywhere all the time allows you to be successful.
You can't, right? You can't be everywhere all the time. Everybody gets the time right when they need it, right? That's the important part. No, I love that. And so on the flip side, let's talk about some awesome things that have happened. What are some of your proudest moments?
I have so many. I would just start by saying that there is not a single person.
I'm proud of you.
Aw, thanks. I'm proud of me, a lot of because of you, Lisa. And I'm proud, really, when I started to write my answer to this question, I was thinking my team. I'm the most proud of my team because I've seen them learn and grow, and I'm now able to see so much of the things that they're able to do. But if I take that back to how did I impact that, what I'm proud of is taking a team of people who really came from an SEO background, being able to teach them about paid and affiliate and offline marketing, which are all parts of my background, and having them ask questions and be able to teach them about how to connect the dots between those things to create a holistic strategy. And now seeing them in action, consulting and coming up with strategies for their clients, I'm really proud of the part that I played in getting our folks to that level. And that's on a very like high level, but a very tangible example of that is I knew that there's a lot of publicly available data in BigQuery specific to the housing market. And we've got a couple of insurance clients, and being able to think like, oh, I know there's this data source available, talking to the team about, I think we could use this in this way. And then seeing them be able to bring data from a public data source in and create a strategy relevant to a website because of that was just a shining moment for me.
And I still remember from your interview, that was one of your goals, right? Was to bring in some alternative data sources that we hadn't necessarily been using as often. And you did that. So kudos to you. So let's end it with, what's one piece of advice you will leave for your successor?
I have two, so I'm gonna pick the one that I like.
Okay, just go with two.
That's okay. Honestly, have fun. There is so much that you could do in this role, but something that I've really been encouraged to do is figure out what gives you energy and channel all of your initiatives and your priorities into those things. Because at the end of the day, we're all here working X number of hours a day, but it doesn't have to be awful, right? Like, I love my job. I love what I do. And it's because I'm able to have fun in the work that I'm actually doing, right? I love training, so I get to do a lot of our training work. I love consulting, so I get to work with our consultants. So finding what fuels you and how to bring that into this role is my biggest advice.
Oh, well, that's great. And curveball, what will you miss most about working with me? On a scale of 1 to 10, how much will you miss me every day?
50, I think, is probably the appropriate answer, and probably higher. The thing I will miss the most about working with you is
that was not a real question.
Yeah, it has to be. It has to be. Can we like put this in the bloopers? I will miss the most of you telling me that I've done enough and to slow down, right? Like that's the manager y'all are getting, right? Like, Kim, do you really think you can do that by Monday? Often question I get. So that's one thing that I'll really miss.
Well, we will miss you very, very deeply, but we are excited that with every person who moves on, first of all, it is exciting to feel like you played a bit of a role in someone chasing their dream. And we know that you're chasing your dream. We're very proud of you. And it also creates an opportunity for somebody new to step up and learn the things that you've been able to learn. So I'm very excited about the opportunity available to us to bring somebody else in and have them step up to the plate. But I'm also very proud of you, and I'm very excited to see what you do next.
Thank you. And thank you for your support.